Hi guys, this is Tyler Britt, your Instructional Technology Coordinator with another edition of Snack Pack, Rapid Fire PD. Today we're going to talk about the research tool that's embedded in Google Docs. First, you'll need to make sure that you're logged into your Raytown Schools Google Drive account, then find the New button and click Google Docs. When you open Google Docs, you'll notice it's a word processor application that looks very similar to Microsoft Word or other word processing applications you've used before. The power, though, is in the little tips and tricks that are embedded into Google Docs. I've typed some text here about the Kansas City Royals using maybe what a 4th or 5th grader might say. Let's say I want to do a little more research and actually cite some sources in my text to defend my positions. Here I have a paragraph about the Kansas City Royals. I'm going to select a word or a phrase, in this case the name Kansas City Royals, and right-click. When I open the right-click context menu, one of my choices is Research Kansas City Royals. When I click on Research Kansas City Royals, I'm going to be given a window to the right that gives me some instant information. You'll notice that I get some generic information about their website, the fact that it's a baseball team in Kansas City, and I also get a few images I can scroll through. This is a really great way for students to very quickly add multimedia, like a photo, to their writing. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter a couple times and go to the bottom of my page. Maybe I'd like to have this image of the Kansas City Royal logo put in my document. If I hover over the image until I find the one that I want, I can simply hold down the left click button and drag it over to where the blinking cursor is. The really nice thing about Google Docs is that when I use the research tool, you'll notice that I have an automatic citation. It tells me exactly where this image came from. Earlier in the series, we talked about using fair images or citing your image source. This is a great way to get kids, even at a basic level, to understand that we need to give credit where credit is due. This is not my photograph. I did not create this graphic, so I need to cite the source. Additionally, I can put citations in from websites. For instance, this is the official site of the Kansas City Royals. I know that it's official because it is royals.mlb.com. I can click in to get a quick little preview, and I can actually click on the link to launch it into a separate tab if I want. Let's say that I've already done some research on the official site of the Kansas City Royals, and I noticed that they put the statement that the Royals won the American League Championship Series this year. I want to cite that because I got that information from this website. I'm going to click at the end of the period, the end of the sentence, where I want the citation to go, hover over here and click on the word cite. When I click the word cite, you'll see that I get a footnote number 1, and if I scroll down, number 1, I have the official site of the Kansas City Royals, and it's cited for me in APA format. Notice that this image has now been moved down to number 2. So as you put in citations, it will actually renumber your footnotes for you so that everything stays in order. So the Kansas City Royals are a very good baseball team. They won the American League Championship Series. They played in the World Series, first appearance in 29 years. Their home field is Kauffman Stadium, one of the most expansive ballparks in the country. Well, now I want to put in some citation to support my claim that Kauffman Stadium is one of the most expansive ballparks in the country. I'm going to select that phrase, and I'm going to research Kauffman Stadium. I get a nice little map, some general information. Here are some more photographs. Perhaps that information is found under the Kauffman Stadium portion of royals.mlb.com. Maybe I want to use a different source. Perhaps I'll come over here to ballparks of baseball. Let's say that I've read that source. I think it's a good, reliable source, and I want to use it to cite this claim that it's one of the most expansive ballparks in the country. Put my cursor at the end of the sentence, hover over that link, and click Cite. You'll see that the image has again been renumbered so that the image is the 3rd because it's the 3rd citation, and I have my citation there nice and neatly in number 2. So the research tool, really great tool for you to use very quickly, easy to show kids. Another component of the research tool, or a kind of a buddy to the research tool, is if you right-click on a word or phrase and use the Define tool, you'll get dictionary results. So lots of applications in the classroom when you're talking about vocabulary, using context, different things like that. That is, in a nutshell, the research in the Define tool in Google Docs. I hope that that's been helpful to you. And until we see you again, onward we go.